Hello and welcome to our 9th class of the DWT/F self-care series. So, and today's training is bowing training, which is a part of a daily routine for practitioners. The nice thing about the bowing training is that it's actually a moving, we consider it as a moving prayer, and it fits all denominations. And it doesn't have to be religious, although it can be, or it can be a spiritual practice. So it depends on what you would like to make it for yourself. There are 3 things that in DreamWeaving technique that we interpret that are tied to bowing training. So the first is that we're able to show gratitude and appreciation. We're actually, part of the prayer is actually gratitude for our masculine aspect, or the yang, for Father Sky, for the heavens, all of that. Gratitude for that, we're bringing it into our hearts, so we're actually making a nice big circle. We're bringing the energy of the heavens into our hearts, and then we bow, and as we bow, it's a way of honoring our masculine aspect, or Father Sky, or the heavens. It's a way of saying thank you. So we actually say, hello heavens, thank you for your wisdom, and then you move on. You move on to the earth. Hello earth, thank you for your wisdom and energy. You bring it up into your heart. Okay? So it's also an appreciation as being human. We're this human body between heaven and earth, and we can actually move our bodies. So we want to appreciate every aspect of movement and wisdom inside each cell by doing this moving prayer. I know it's deep. You don't have to make it that deep, but, well, I do. So you don't have to tweak it so that it works for you. Okay? We also have the second thing that we would look at with bowing training is that it shows humility as well as perseverance. Humility because we actually put ourselves on the ground while we're doing bowing training. And then we stand right back up. Just like life, right? We receive these challenges, and the whole point of receiving a challenge is to actually overcome it and stand up with greater wisdom and ultimately greater appreciation for who you are and your character, your strength. So it's also about humility and perseverance. The third thing about bowing training is, there's that word again, adaptogenic. It's an adaptogenic exercise. What does that mean? It adapts to whatever it is that you need. Again, we've got the yin and the yang. We've got filling and giving, or letting go. Okay? So with bowing training, you'll see as we stand up, we can actually pull energy from the earth into our danjon. Or we can pull energy from the heavens, from Father Sky, into our hearts. Or if we want to bring it all the way into our danjon, we can do that too. We can put it anywhere we wish. I like to bring it into my heart because that's where I see our truth living. And if our truth has energy from the heavens, guidance from our divine, then we're able to put it into an earth walk, into our body, into physical practice. And that's where the earth part comes in. I don't know why I had to move, but I did. Okay? So in doing that, we can increase our energy. The other thing this is actually useful for is we can actually use this training to help dissipate energy if we have excess energy. Or more precisely, if there's an excess emotional charge. As we breathe in We aren't actually going to go into the depth of the breathing of this today. That would be for our practitioners in particular. But as we breathe in and we breathe out, we're breathing in energy, we're breathing out toxins, things we no longer need. As we get on the ground, we're able to say, okay, hello Earth, please help me ground myself, and please help take this excess energy from my system. It's something I no longer need, and perhaps the Earth can help transmute that energy into something useful. How cool is that? So 3 things. We've got, with bound training, gratitude and appreciation, humility and perseverance, and it's also adaptogenic, helping to boost our energy and or dissipate energy with the emotional charge. So one other thing, when we go to this side, I don't know if she can do the woo part. I think she probably can. So we do it in differing numbers of bows for differing numbers of days in a row. For example, we might do 21 bows for 21 days in a row. Today, Jill and I are going to demonstrate and practice doing 21 bows with you. You can join us if you wish. Why watch? It's much more fun to participate. Okay? 21 days, a new beginning. Why 21 days? Generally, it takes 21 days for an egg to hatch. Okay? That's a new beginning, especially if you're a chicken. Okay? We also have 49 bows. We'll often do 49 bows. 7 times 7, 49. For us, this number is an indication that we're on our path. And then the third number of bows that we might suggest for our practitioners or for your own health would be 81 bows. Why 81? 9 times 9? 81. 8 plus 1 is 9. Anything you do to 9 becomes 9. 3 times 9, 27. 7 plus 2 equals 9. So we see this as a divine number. Something that, what you put into something is what you get out of it. And so that's why we see this as being akin to being on your divine path. Okay, for 81 bows. I learned bowing training with Don Masters while I was studying with them in Chicago and practicing many of their techniques in the late 1990s into the early 2000s, I believe till 2003, 2002, 2003. So it's, but we've adapted it with DreamWeaving technique and our own interpretation of the meanings of it. So it's an incredible practice. We hope you have fun with it. Come practice with us with 21 bows. Okay? Thank you.